Alright, today's video is actually going to be on Guardians of the Galaxy 2, so let me go ahead and get into it. Alright, so the plot of this movie is an 8 flat. The plot, it starts off very interesting at the beginning when you're finding out about the intrigue of Ego, and then it kind of gets into it, and it's just like, oh, this boils down to massive blue goop on Earth, trying to swallow a Dairy Queen, which I guess is product placement. If it is, I don't know if it does a great job. But yeah. Anyway, the plot it's mid. I got it at an 8, which is a little bit higher than mid because they try and do something with the lineage of Ego and Peter Quill and Star Lord's whole like halfway. What they call it in the movie? Is he halfway a Celestial? I think something like that. They use specific terminology in the movie. It's been a while since I've watched it, so I've forgotten it partially. But that ends up not being important in like Guardians 3 in Infinity War, and I think the reason why is because it's like Peter like turns away from that, and killing Ego is kind of like a no, I don't want to be half Celestial. But it's like, I don't know. It seems like it would have been cool. Dialogue 7-3. Whew, this movie does a lot of explaining. They do a lot of shot chucking. Oh, stomach growling. They do a lot of shot chucking with jokes, and they do a lot of explaining the plot. Two of my least favorite things that you can do in a movie as far as dialogue goes. Um, yeah, a lot of the dialogue is comedy, a lot of it. So they don't leave a lot of room for the story, for the plot. They tell that more visually. And when they do tell you the plot or the story of it, it's all at once. It's all, oh, I gotta get all this plot out of my mouth so I can get to the joke. It's like, I feel like with James Gunn movies, you could lean up off the jokes a little bit and get a more even balance of story and jokes. And he leans heavy into he's like almost 70-30 joke story. It happens in the Suicide Squad too. I mean, if you look at it, that movie's pretty much all jokes. And then they're like, but Ratcatcher backstory sad. And it's like, okay, bro, whatever. Um, Anyway, acting. The acting in this movie, I have it at 8 flat. Zoe Saldana carrying as always. Chris Pratt does an okay job. Michael Rooker does an okay job. Bradley Cooper does a good job voice acting. Kurt Russell does a I don't even know how to judge what Kurt Russell does in this movie because part of it's good. He's playing the role of the chilled back dad that's actually a evil villain, but he does that well. But at the same time, he's pretty much the one delivering all the exposition, and it's like, oh dear Lord, I don't even really know who you are. I don't even really know what you're doing. But anyway, um, yeah, that's it for the acting. Cinematography 8-9. This movie looks visually stunning, especially on Ego's planet. Even the scenes back on Earth look good. The scenes with Yondu and Rocket look good on the ship. I mean, pretty much all I can really say. Ego's planet really drives this rating, and the space scenes when they're going through like the space gates and stuff like that. All right, soundtrack 9. Again, this movie does a good job of balancing a original soundtrack and an added soundtrack. I feel like they do a good job of picking and curating the right songs for the right moment that also fit the time period that Peter Quill would have had the music from, while also introducing original themes that are really good too. So, yeah, I feel like this movie is the main thing with the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. They're always going to kill it on soundtrack. Um, Props to them. Comedy, as a bonus rating. This is bonus ratings now. Comedy 8-7. I mean, if you're chucking up as many shots as they are in this, you're gonna hit eventually. And this movie doesn't only just hit eventually; they hit a large percentage of their shots when it comes to their jokes. But again, I think the comedy's got to be good in this movie, or else the movie flops. Because okay, if you're spending 70% of the dialogue on your comedy, if you fail that, what is the movie at that point? It's I'm not laughing at it, and I'm not getting story. So at that point, I'm losing both of the things that you can prop up with your dialogue. So yeah, 8-7. I think they do a pretty good job with the jokes in this movie. World building 7-7. I mean, this is a movie about space. It's a movie about Celestials and Peter Quill's lineage, and all of that seems to fall a little flat. I gave the world building a 7-7 because it does just enough to move it forward, but boy, I feel like there was so much potential left on the table in this movie. Yeah, I guess that's just the way I'd put it. Is you have a vast world to work with, and they didn't really work with it. They just stuck with ego. Okay, characters. 8-7, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Ego and Mantis, especially the addition of Mantis in this movie. That's part of what drives the comedy grade so much. Mantis is hilarious. Mantis is like probably one of the funniest members of the Guardians of the Galaxy, if not the funniest to me. Drax is pretty good in it as well. Both of those characters really shine in this movie. The action in this movie, I've got it at 8-8. Again, I think they do a good job of the action in this movie visually with all the different abilities of the different characters, especially Ego and Peter Quill's final fight at the end. I feel like they do a good job with the creativity of that. But again, I feel like they've got good foundations here to work off of, but they just don't have the finer details. They don't have the good dialogue. They don't have the world building. They don't have the acting as good as it could be. The plot could be better. There's just little things here and there that if you just fix some of the problems, this movie has a lot of potential. But I just feel like this movie did not reach its potential that well. But yeah, anyway, so Guardians 2, I've got at an 8-3. This is around Civil War, Age of Ultron. Trying to think of some other movies that are kind of around that category. I think like the original Iron Man's around there too. But yeah, uh, that's it for my review of Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Let me know what you guys think about the movie yourselves, and let me know what you guys think about my review of the movie. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and peace.